Hello, ladies. This is Lynn, and I have Nicola here from England with me. And we today are going to bring you a class that is all about your hips. This week, as you know, we rotate from technique to dance journey. We're going to dance, but we're going to start with we're going to talk about the hips, opening the hips, talk a little bit about some of the things that can get the hips stuck. And we're going to help open our hips in any emotional baggage. That's baggage. We don't want to call it baggage. Let's call it old stuff. It is kind of old baggage, but it's our experiences. And I feel a little tender about our experiences, not because we need to keep holding on to them, but some of those experiences are locking our bodies up, the emotions. Now, there's a way to harvest the wisdom and the joy. Nicola and I were just talking about some amazing memories. We want those to infuse and make us happy through our lives. And the things that are contracting us or hurting us, we want to extract the wisdom, the teachings from that, and try to open through it and letting go. And that's how we extract the wisdom, is by opening and being present with it. So we'll get started with that. And let's stand up. I'll get a little background music, and I owe you a story. If you're not caught up, I was telling a story on FaceTime, and I promised I would share the end of it here today. So let's get that started. Let's get your music started. So please go get some water, get your yoga mat set up, because it's a yoga mat kind of day. And we're going to go for about 45 minutes to an hour today. And I apologize, we had some technical difficulties, so we're getting started late. And we're going to, I guess the summer classes wanted to start it right today, because we're not going to do the 90 minutes just because we got such a late start. So we are on to summer classes, 1 hour classes already. And I think that works just great. Okay, I'm praying that we had some crazy difficulties today with the Zoom. Okay. All right, my dears, get yourself ready. Here's some music. Oops, here we go. And music voice ratio is good for right now for storytelling. Thumbs up, yeah? Okay. All right, my dears, so doing storytelling today because I just want us to take a wide stance and just sway with the hips while we're storytelling. Telling stories today because our stories as women live in our hips, in our womb, in our sacrum. We tend to store our lives here. So telling this story where this woman, she was in India, and she had received a head injury. And there's a poetic way I go into that story on FaceTime. Go check it out. But I left you where she was in bed, not being able to get out of bed. And so one day she felt like her hips and her feet were wanting to move, but her head was like, no, can't do it. And then the feet were like, I gotta move, I gotta move, I gotta move. And her hips were like, please get out of bed, please get out of bed. And the head's like, slow down. So what's a girl to do? So she had the ama, which in India is this wonderful women who tend to everything in the household, including whoever shows up. And they are very proud of their job, so you cannot help them or they get very upset. At least this one did, and she was slapping my hand anytime I tried to help. As an American woman growing up in lower middle class America, you don't just assume people do things for you. So she and I had to figure some things out. So again, this woman, not that it's me, but it's me, went out to to the deck, and the Ama set up this beautiful nest of pillows and blankets. And I went out very slowly and I laid myself down. And I thought, I'm getting out of bed today. I'm going to be in the sun. And I promised my head that I would be so slow and quiet. And I promised my hips and my feet that we would move. So I laid there. And tried to keep my head so still as I moved my hips and moved my feet. And as I did, on that very day, looking across the way, what did I see? There it was, coming straight at me. This is where we ended the story. Laying there doing my hip dance that I'm going to show you today, because this being in the garden was the omen telling me transformation is afoot. It was a snake. Snakes are pretty common in most of India, so I'm told. But there I was, feeling very vulnerable because I couldn't move very well. I was still very sore. I had fallen off of a bike, I was attacked, and I had all kinds of injuries, including the brain injury. So there's the snake coming at me pretty consistently, like not fast, but just, who are you? And it stopped and it stared at me and it lifted its head a little bit. And I just remember, because I had been sleeping and just in an altered state for many weeks, I wasn't as scared as I normally would be. Actually, I was shocked at how calm I was, but I think I couldn't not be calm because my brain just couldn't handle it. So I watched the snake. And at this point, I knew I couldn't get up because, one, I couldn't move fast enough to get out of its way. And two, I was afraid if I moved, it would strike. I don't know what kind of snake it was, but it was big. So I watched this snake and it moved and it watched me, but it moved and it slithered its core. Now, snakes don't have hips, but sometimes I like to imagine they have hips because they're so amazing, right? The way they slither. So on that day in the garden, healing my brain injury, I learned how to dance from a snake. I learned that I could lay there and be calm and give rest to my brain and move my body in isolated parts to move and circulate energy. And I learned for the first time that when you move your hips, you help your body heal. When you move your hips, you help your brain heal. After that day, something changed in my brain and my capacity to heal that day. The snake did not attack me. It did this little dance and circled around a bit, and then it went back into the garden. And it was interesting because I stayed so present with it and I tried to move with it. And I didn't stare into its eyes, but I kept watching it. And it seemed as if it did not feel threatened by me. And I noticed my mind tried to stay in the mind of nature, to just tell the snake, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to learn from you. I'm just here to be, I'm healing. And with all my heart, I believe that snake understood, because it moved in a way, it's hard to explain. It moved in a way that was almost like teaching me. It wasn't coming at me, it was displaying itself. And so I just decided to watch it and do it. So today, I want to show you what became inspired that day, that opened my hips, but then also that taught me the connection between the brain and the hips. This occurred in 2000. Ever since, I have been studying the relationship between the brain and movement and the hips, the womb, the cervix, and the brain, the third eye. So thank you for listening, and this is what we're doing today. What I learned how to do, laying there in that garden with a snake staring at me. What do you think about that, Nicola?
I'm in awe of your story. How magical! How like wow, wow.
You want to try this on?
Yeah, let's do some snake
Let's
movement.
do some snake dance, snake dance. And you know, the snake dance, ladies, is very sexy. The snake sheds its skin. It releases what does not serve her anymore, and she takes time to do it. So ever since I met that snake, I did start learning about snakes as well and dancing with them. They have a lot to teach us. How to shed our skin, how to embrace our sensuality, our sexuality, how to trust our bodies, trust our mind. And I will say, if you're going to any good parties this summer, this will be a wonderful dance to do around a fire. Let's begin. And so it goes. Here we go. We're going to start slow. All right, you ready? Let's come on back. And again, just wide stance. We're going to start. Oh, my little romper. Do you like it? All right, here we are. Hips, bend the knees, legs are parallel. Good. And with the knees bent, you're just creating that crescent moon. We're going to do some floor work in a minute. We want to get some circulation in the hips. Yeah, just that crescent moon. Let the hands follow. Slow down with me. Come to India, into the garden with me. See the snake staring at you. And you have nothing you can do except slow down and pray that this giant snake is not going to come at you. Imagine. Take a deep breath and let the slowness of your hip movement, your hand movement, become hypnotic. It's taking you through the doorway into the realm of feminine power, feminine embodiment. Out of our mind of doubt, of fear, of frustration, anything you live with, back into that deep knowing that is confident, clear about your feminine power. I know it's in you. We just got to find our way there and give it the permission to lead our lives, right? Bend a little lower, slide. Tailbone is dropped, slide and rise. Lift that hip up, rise, yep. Over here and rise. Feel a little opening in the hips here. Good. We want to help you find your radiance, your joy, release what you don't need, and let it be contagious. We want to help you become contagious. Not of COVID or any other disease, but of your joy, of your sensual pleasure. your power of feminine bliss. We need more of that. And I'm infecting you with it today to go be contagious. How about that? How about them apples? My father used to say that. How about those apples? Them apples. Okay. Beautiful. Let's place our hands on our womb and just sliding side to side. Take a moment with your body, deep presence. Breathe deep. Breathe the light of the day in and know you deserve it. Bring it down past your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, into your belly, your womb. Feel the belly soften under your hands. On the exhale, feel your whole body root toward the earth. Know you are held. You are perfect as you are. You are here for a reason. And today, discover your reason for being here right now. Not for your whole life, just here for this next 45 minutes. Start to move the hips forward, finding your figure eight, and discover why you're here today. What do you dance for? What's your dedication? Beautiful. Look the snake in the eye as if it was the eyes of the world. Put your hands out as a surrender. I surrender, and tell the snake why you're here. I'll be your snake. I will be your snake.
I am here, well, not only to learn, but also a woman I know called has just passed away. And she has been fighting cancer. Really amazing woman, but she had a growth here and she had part of it removed, but over the years she's been giving recordings on Facebook, and it's quite horrendous how this thing misformed her face, and she's been doing vlogs, and she just passed away. And I want to dance for her because they're all meeting now for a couple of hours to do a little thing for her. So I'd want to dance for her today.
I love that. Is her name
Yeah.
So we welcome here, and dance it can be a wonderful way to help somebody release from earth, release fully out of their body, be free of a painful body. So as this is labeled or named a release class, I think that's just wonderful. Just wonderful.
So her name, she calls herself Baba Moon.
Baba Moon, we release you in this beautiful dance today. Your sister Nicola dances for you. Thank you. Thank you for all you've brought the world. And thank you for our sister Nicola bringing you here for us to celebrate your life. And so it is. Viewers, now and forever, what are you dancing for? Are you releasing a loved one, a beautiful sister, dancing for her life, her honor? Are you dancing for yourself, your honor, your release? When we dance ourselves, we dance for all beings. It's like this. Well, let's start there with the figure eight. Our dance, the dance of the planet, or the dance of our beloved dead. Here we go. Thank you, Nicola.
Thank you.
Again, back to the warm-up. Is that music good? You have a nice juicy sound?
A little bit higher.
A little higher? Okay. You can still hear my voice? Yeah, okay. Hips are going figure eight now. Figure eight's going like this. It's up. Try to release the hips. The hip is coming up and around, meeting at the pubic bone or the navel. And let yourself float. And I'll show you how all this is done on the mat so you can do it in your bed. For now, let the arms and hips dance together, warming up the body, finding your figure eight. Good. Now we're going to shift the figure eight to a forward figure eight. So that's different. We were doing an up. Now we're doing forward and back. So it's like a twist, but you're bringing it through the diagonal, forward, forward, forward on the diagonal. You start to connect in and warm up the hips. What needs to be released? What parts of your story have made you small? How can you retell that story to be the heroine of your story and to let the shame or doubt fall away like snake skin, right? Good. Back to the upward figure eights. This movement becomes a meditation. It's hypnotic to yourself and to others. It brings presence. It brings a feminine presence to yourself, to a room. Up and down, we weave heaven and earth through these hips. Feel yourself drawing up the earth, bringing it in, drawing down the sky, bringing it up, down. Usually wear a long skirt, but I want you to see my knees today because people always ask me when we do these hip technique courses, what are the knees doing? The knees are bent, the heels are down. It's an isolation. Yeah. And now forward. Again, forward. Forward and back, self and other, weaving the world, right? We're all connected. Belly dance is amazing because it shows us what we're connected to. It shows us how easily we are connected as the body works in this grid of light. It becomes so obvious, right? When we're slowing down. Draw the navel in, tailbone drops, and really isolate your hips now. Just the hips. And back up, weaving heaven and earth, our friends who are being released from the body. Send them on their way. Good. Now in our dance with our hips, and this gets really fun, changing levels. This is a technique in belly dance where we learn to move and come down. So let's start up here and we'll have 3 levels. In shamanism, we have 3 levels. We have middle, earth, below, and above. So we'll work with those 3 same levels in the belly dance. And let's start with the circle. The circle's a little easier to work with to get started with the levels. So circling, hip isolation, we're going to the right now. Feel the midpoint of your spine and circle equidistance around the whole point. Draw the navel in, tailbone drop, strong core. Yeah. Now, we're gonna go down. Here's level Level 2. In the temple dance movements that we've danced the 3 speeds. Now these are the 3 levels. Level 3 all the way down. Now when you have a skirt on, you don't see your legs doing this, right? It looks very magical. But today we gotta see our legs, you can see. So sometimes you come down and you come down to the level of the leg out, or the leg comes in. Good. Now how do we get back up? Because we gotta do the other side. Bring one leg up. And you're still circling. Again, with the skirt, can't see any of these funny legs sticking out. You just see this long, you just feel this undulating woman rising. Level 2. Good quad workout. And all the way up, rise up to level 1. Woo! Okay, the next side, we're gonna move to the left, back, right, forward. Draw the navel in, strong core, tailbone dropped. Circling around that center point. And yes, please, let yourself enjoy this. What I believe helped me with the snake is that I became hypnotic. I did not get frenetic in a fearful human way. I couldn't. That was the gift of the brain injury. I became hypnotic. And that snake seemed to understand that. We danced together. All right, level 2. You got that circle, level 2. Ladies, this works wonderful with a partner too, when you're on the bed and you're just like, hello. Get the hands moving with the hips. Enjoying yourself and your body. Such a turn on. Good. Remember, when you've got your skirt on, or maybe you're naked, who knows, both look beautiful. But with the skirt, there's something mesmerizing just seeing the movement because the fabric flows with you. Okay, let's get back up slowly so you can practice that and we'll come back down. Here we go. Level 1, level 2 from 3. Leg up, circling, stay in the movement. Keep circling. Circle all the way up to level 1. There you go. Shake it out.
Quite tricky getting up from the floor.
Shall we go over that? Technique class. You know, in dirty dance, we just keep going. But in technique class, I love to stop and ask some questions. So that sounds like a question. How do we get down there? That's a little hard. So basically, dance conditioning is so wonderful, right? So we're getting down, the movement's happening, and level 2. We got level 2? Thumbs up, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So here we go. So Nicola, I always have someone on here with me because we need to know how it's going in more bodies than mine. So here we go. Now when we come down, eventually you won't need to do this because your thighs will start to get really strong. But just for now, just for the sake of clarity, come down and then hold your hand on your knee and circle and bring it slowly down. Okay? Then you can bring the other leg down.
I did it.
Yes! Awesome! Good. Now, if you feel anyone's feeling any strain in the knee, you just go slow and listen to your body. So coming up then, same way, we put the foot here. Try to keep the undulation happening. press up on that front leg. Bring it
Oh,
in.
so it's a bit of yoga, really, isn't it? It's like warrior.
It sure is.
No warrior.
And that's what we're doing next. And we'll do all of this at the end and see how it feels different from doing some of the yoga. Okay?
Okay.
So let's make our way down to the floor. Here we go. Down, 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 down. Now, if you have the leg strength, you could turn, 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 and then just drop. But I like to show people that alternative way. So it can look like this. One level, two level, bring the leg in, and drop. That might be easier for some people. So you have two ways to get down, and you can navigate fabric if you have a skirt on. All right, coming down. So the next layer is ground level, level 4. So here we are, and then we bring it down. Why stop, right? And start to, there's a way you can move your hip back and forth with the hand. Keep the movements happening. Now again, with the skirt, it's very beautiful, this fabric draped. We'll get a skirt later before we end, and we'll do that. So we're rolling forward and around. It's like a figure 8. Good. We're massaging the hip on the floor. And it may be a little painful. There's the hip flexors and all these attachment points on the outer hip. It's a good massage. Good. Wonderful. Let's do the other side. Let's come up. Level 3. Try to come down to level 4 in a graceful way.
Yeah, right.
Give it a try. Come on. Here we go.
I will try.
Rolling the hip forward and back. Can you feel that, Nicola? Can you feel the hip rolling front and back?
Yes, yeah, I can. I don't know. I can't say it was graceful. I'm more clunky.
That's okay. We're actually using this.
Okay.
We're using this for massage. Just stay with it. Stay with it. Massage the hip. I want to watch you. I want to watch you and see how you're doing. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Look at those luscious hips. Luscious hips. You have so much movement in there. That's wonderful. Great. How does it feel?
It feels good. It's much easier once you're on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to make that transition because my knees are slightly,
Yeah. Are you feeling the massage in your hip?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay. Let's get back to it. Here we go. So we're here. We're massaging the hip here by undulating back and forth. You can put pressure on the foot if you need to, or just moving the hip, getting mobility here, getting massage here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Now come on over, love doves, and right on your belly. Get right on your belly. Turn the feet over. There you go. Press the hips into the floor. And just let your hips unfold here. Let the belly rest. Isn't that nice? And start to slide back and forth. So I used to be a wild woman, a wild dancer, where like African dance, throwing my body and my head around. And when I had the brain injury, there's many years that I couldn't do that. So I went and learned belly dance, try to isolate, an Indian dance, to isolate my body.
Down your body. Electricity turning on everything
Good.
inside of
Come
you.
up on all fours
No control.
and
Just
circle
let your body go.
the base of your body.
Kundalini energy.
Let the head be forward,
Unlimited
and you're
pleasure.
circling, drawing the navel in, and just relaxing the muscles in the low back, helping them. You're massaging them, keeping the head long, the neck soft, but the head is still. Good. Other direction. Good. And then side to side, take a few moments to have your own dance. Here, at the base of your body, just circle, sway, whatever you want to do. Smoothing out the kinks. Good. On an inhale, bring your right leg forward into kind of a runner's lunge here, like this, okay? And we're going to try to keep this long and straight, and we're gonna push the hip forward as best you can, and be on the top of the knee, so you're not on this very top,
No control.
so you're not straight down on your knee. So make sure it's comfortable, or put a pad under there. Want to open up the hip flexors here. Woo!
The serpent power.
Serpent power.
The power of creation.
Good.
Just
Bring your
become the
fingertips down to the floor and reach the tailbone back and open up the front leg. Point that toes forward. Long neck. Lengthen the neck here. Beautiful. Take a deep breath into the hamstring, the hip. Beautiful. Walk it forward. Swivel forward so you're in a straddle, just like this. And we're gonna shift the weight side to side to get into the groin. Yes, Ma, we gotta get in there.
Or the chakras.
This is where the secrets get hidden. So be mindful, so slow. Let your body know it's safe to release. Release the past, the stories. And as they leave, just learn something from them. Anything that has made you feel small or ashamed of your body, release that and know that we are worthy, we are powerful. We have these kinds of empowering thoughts inside movement. We can rearrange our thought process. So with each movement of your hip, I am strong, I am powerful, I am worthy. Affirmations here. That's the difference between dance and feminine embodiment. We use it as our healing. We use it as empowerment. Beautiful. I am strong. I am powerful. I am worthy. Good. And now bend the knees and just shake the booty back up and down, up and down. Releasing anything. Releasing anything that's gotta go. Kind of like a twerk, right? There we go. And straight legs. Let everything go. Let the head go. And speed up side to side with the hips. Side to side here. There we go. To the beat. Good. Getting some vibration deep in the pelvis, and notice how steady your head is, the neck is elongating. Beautiful. Woo! Yeah. So one of the things that can happen with our hips, the hip flexors get really tight, the booty gets loose. We want to build the glutes up and open up the hip flexors to find balance in the hips. Good. Bend the knees. This is wonderful for the booty, and bounce. Yeah. You might feel your spine adjust a little bit. It's wonderful. Take a deep breath. Bring oxygen, love, faith in your body into your body. Breath. Good. Walking the hands over to this other side, lengthen the legs. Come over to the other side to your runner stretch. Back knee down. Up on that knee, releasing the hip forward. Ooh, yeah. You feel that? Yeah. Woo, yeah. Take a deep breath. Enjoy it, ladies. Enjoy it. Feel everything releasing, unwinding, composting into the earth. Let it go. Beautiful. Just gently, fingertips on the floor. Release your tailbone back behind you. Point that front foot. Oh yeah. Opening up that front leg. Let the head and body meet the leg. Breathe into your belly. Good. Beautiful. And back up, swivel forward back into our straddle, and coming down best you can onto the ground. I'm going to take you on that snake journey. Get yourself rested right down, one vertebrae at a time. Lay yourself down on the floor. I'm going to switch songs for that one. Take a deep breath. Oh, that's not done. Okay. All right. Imagine you're laying there in the garden. And you're watching that snake. Snake symbolizes fertility, universal energy, life force. That serpent energy is very powerful. Imagine it's showing you how to move your body. You're on the floor, you're just slithering. And the breast up to the head is somewhat still, and the lower motion of the body from the breast down is very meditative. So pressing your hands into the floor, shoulders relaxed, and you're just going to let yourself rise with a figure 8 and back down. So my legs and hips were very happy with this movement. Could move, pressing the heart and shoulders into the floor, stabilize my neck and head so that they didn't have to be jogged. Brain injuries are very painful and need a lot of rest and stillness. They need oxygen, so this helps pump Shakti, life force, fertility through the body, help heal the body, and the body has to be still. Good. So find your figure 8 rising and falling to the ground. few more breaths here, just rising and falling. Beautiful, yes, you got that. If you can, bring your hands to the side, pressing down, that'll really support the hips to rise. And now you should feel some really strong muscles being worked in the glutes and the thighs, and that's very supportive for your hips. The hips are always doing all the work. We don't have a strong core and thighs to hold them up, and everything gets locked up in the hips. So just building those glutes. Can you feel that? Yummy yum? Yummy yum in the hips and booty?
Yeah.
Good. Good. All right, relax down and inhale that right leg out and up. Hold on to the calf and circle. Ooh, yeah. Let your leg be a snake and let it slither right now from the hip. Draw a figure 8 with that point of the toe. Getting deep into the hip here. Good. The hip sockets like full range of motion. So this little motion gets some nice lubrication in the joint, and we're going to make some big circles to give it full range of motion. Look at all of this you can do. If for any reason you are bedbound, you can do this. There's also something called dancer's hip. So if anybody's making a big circle and you hear a little snap, that just means there's an imbalance between, it can mean, there's a couple of things that it could be, but most common is the imbalance between the hip, tightness in the hip flexors and looseness in the glutes, or vice versa. And back to the small figure 8s. Beautiful. Good. Now grab hold of the back of your leg and pull it long and forward to its edge, where it's like yummy, but not pulling on any joints, okay? Or ripping any muscles. Yeah, keep it long and try to bring it all the way in. You can even lift your tailbone if you want. Push on that bent leg. And shaking is wonderful. So breathe deep, flex the foot. Ooh! Circle the foot, flex point, flex point. Come back down to the floor. Leg goes out and in. I want you to feel the difference between your hips and your legs. Does one feel a little lighter? More energized? What do you notice? Good stuff, huh? All right, again, back to just some snake hips. Just let it just be snaky, just flowy, smoothing out anything that got kinked. But now I want you to bring the hips up and down. Instead of rotating, I want you to bring them up and down on the floor. Not up and down, like up and down up toward your shoulder and down to your feet. Makes sense? Here we go. Good. Good. Back to center. Just want to recalibrate the hips. Relax the sacrum. Reach the left leg straight out. All the way up. Pressing down into your hands, strong back behind the heart, and you're just tracing the figure 8. Just notice how the hip, you can put your hand on your hip to feel it. So stay with that. I'm going to come a little closer. I want to take a look. Good. Good, 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 good. So pressing into the shoulders, the back of the heart, and try to reach that leg straight as you can. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, good. Keep elongating from the hip all the way out the hippie toes, long leg. Wonderful. All right. Here we go now. Big circles, getting full range of motion in the hip. Reach the leg long through the pointed toe. This is dance conditioning here. Wide circles, full range of motion in that hip. And reach it long to activate the thigh muscle. Stronger thighs help the hips relax. There we go. Wonderful. And back to the figure eights. Bring that foot all the way in best you can. Now I have an injury, I'm healing an injury on this side, and I can tell this side is so much tighter here. So just honor the both sides. They could be different. And long, reach it long as best you can. Reach your edge, push into the bent leg, long out the toes. Reach it long and bring the leg as close in as you can. Breathe in through any tightness without the gripping. Wonderful. Yes. Yummy, huh? Yummy. Get the light opening up in that hip and come back down. Long leg. Figure eights. Straight out and bend the knees. Now with your whole spine from the tailbone to the sternum right here, middle of the breastbone here, I want you to press into your feet and just let the whole body kind of massage. Roll on the ground and lift. Massage the back of your heart and the back of your shoulders by swaying like a snake. Just bringing that energy from the base of your body. That's the Kundalini, and just let it rise and feed and heal the belly, the heart, the neck, the head. And go as slow as you can. Remember, I was in the Indian garden the whole day, just once the snake left, I could relax a little bit. You're just going into your zone. Feel the pressure pushing behind the heart. Good. Wonderful. Wonderful. And start to relax. You can get really lost here, and I invite you to do this on occasion. Just find some music you love, some meditation music, and just meditate in this way. Slowly relax the sacrum, draw the belly in, draw the knees in. Circling the knees to the right. working together. What's leaving? What's releasing? What body shame or stories about your life are you seeing come up through this movement? Breathe them back to the earth. Mama loves to just take our, whatever doesn't serve us, our shedding skin, shed the skin. And ready, here we go. We're gonna wiggle out of the skin, pull it off, and wiggle out. Start to shake your whole body on the mat. This is what snakes do. They shake and wiggle. Shake and wiggle out. Wiggle out. Shake your body on the mat. Back and forth. Letting the feet, everything go. Just keep going. Windshield wiper feet up to the hips, up to the heart and belly. Just keep shaking on your mat. It's chi generating. Keep going back and forth, back and forth. Good. Yeah, you got it. Keep going. I'm going to shift the music and we are going to do some dancing. Good. Keep shaking, keep it going, keep it going. Shake, shake, shake. Bring your hands to the back of your thighs. Bring the thighs closer to you. Legs come in and out. And you're rolling up and back. Play with the beat. Shoulders and knees. Draw the belly in, strong core here. Yeah. Strong core builds confidence. Good. Here we are. Tap, tap, tap. Draw the belly in. We're relaxing the psoas here. Let the feet hold on to the legs. Tap, tap, tap. Yes, ma. Good. Plant the right foot. Boom. Circle the right foot over. Bend that right knee in. Like you're going to go into a split, but you're not yet. Open up. Be mindful of your hip and knee joint. We're just getting in there. Try to get circles in there. If it's pulling on the joint, modify it for your body. This is a way to get deep in there. We're bringing it forward. This is a precursor to the full split, right? Open that up. Good. Yes. Good. Straighten that leg, bend the left. Wherever you need to be. Go out, you can pull it in, whatever's more comfortable, and you're circling that hip. You got that, sweetheart?
Just about.
Okay, there you go. Just make sure the knee and hip are safe. And you can pull that in if it's too much pressure.
Okay.
Good. There you go. See how it gets into that spot, like right there in the hip flexor? Good. Beautiful. Good. Stay with this undulation. Bring both legs together. And we're scissoring, kind of walking the legs out, scissoring them together and walking them out. Coming down into our forward fold. Inhale. Shoulders and knees rising and falling as we come into our down forward fold. You're gonna feel a little hip opening here. Good. Yeah. Beautiful. See how we're walking these feet and legs out. Bring them in. Keep tapping. Changing directions, right? Side to side. Be like a wild animal. Side to side to rise. Side to side to side. We're rising up. Ready? Here we go. Keep stepping. It's like we were on the floor. Wide and close in. And in. Good. Let's add the circle. Wide circle, little circles. Good. Out to the left, big circle. Right leg in, little circle. Out to the right, big circle. In with the left, little circle. Good. Let's hang out here a little longer. Let's say 5 times. That's 2, 3, 4, 5 together. Wide again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's turn the volume up on sassy. Okay, here we go. 5. Express yourself. Your sensual, playful, maybe a little naughty self. Release shame. Release, I'm not good enough. Let it go like a skin, take it off. Wiggle and shake out of it. Wide. Pull the skin off, holding you back. Good. In. And out. Good, right here. Free form, your dance, the snake dance. From the feet to the hips, through the knees. Heart, arms, keep going. Dance your dance, keep going, keep going. You don't need music to dance. Here we go. It's coming though. This is our last dance. Dance it free. Everything you learned today. Levels. Find your joy, your expression. Levels, circles, serpent energy. Moving the hips to heal the brain, to release your skin of shame. Let it go. Levels. Remember who and what you dance for and give it. Give the dance to them. Free form, your dance. Hips leading the way. Stay with it, stay with your dance. The dance begins after the music ends, right? That's where the real dance continues. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Woo, shake out the hands, shake out the head. Let's close this with some magic. Ready? Here we go. Wide stance, shake the whole body out. Generate some light for beautiful and any other ancestor. Here we go, sending it away. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Shake it out, finding your way to stillness. Stillness in standing, stillness in seated. Feel the glory of your hips. Feel the dance continuing to happen in your body. Do you feel that? That's what saved my life. That's what saved my life.
It's the heat as well, isn't it?
It's the heat, it's the movement, it's the Shakti, the Kundalini. Wherever you are, standing or sitting, feel the light moving through your body. A dear sister has passed, and that light is what is dancing the planet as her now. She has shed her body as we are shedding the skin of shame. And she is dancing through the universe. Bless you, sister. Bless each one of us shedding the shame body and feeling brighter today. Do we have any words to close, Nicola, from you? What's happening in your body right now?
Oh, I just feel really energized. I feel high. And thank you for acknowledging and witnessing for as well.
You're welcome. You're welcome. My pleasure. Thank you for being here with us. We're going to do a little cool down. If you can stay, if you have to go, then no problem. But thank you. I appreciate you bringing this kind of power and intention to the dance to really honor our beloved dead as they pass on. And I hope you can continue dancing your prayers for her.
Thanks, Ishia.
You're welcome.
Please
let me know, everyone, to, oh, I'm sorry. We had a lag.
It was lovely. It was awesome.
Good. She deserves that. She deserves awesome. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the exercises we did today. You can text me, email me. Happy to answer or consider any questions, and especially to bring them to the class on June 12th. We will be gathering June 12th again for the summer sessions, 1-hour sessions. Well, let's just begin a little cool down. Right where you are. Bring your leg to your ankle to your knee and just let that release happen. Rocking on your sits bones. Try to be up on the sits bones so you're not shortening the low back. You want to rise up, and we're just rocking. Just rocking. And just notice all this energy. Ooh, lots of energy, huh? You feel the hip release? Yeah. And let's do the other side. Just rocking the pelvis back and forth. Just back and forth, feeling the pelvic girdle just rolling back and forth. Good. And bring the left ankle up to the right knee. You could be sitting or you could be in a chair for this, and just sit here. The knee just start the knee and hips start to have a unwinding and a relationship there, and you just can continue to rock if you can. It might be a little restricted, but just as much as you can, just rocking the hips and pelvis forward. Feel a little opening. The hip is just going to open as the more you relax. Breathe deep. Sometimes just holding a position so the body can unwind itself. You don't need to do anything. You feel that happening? And that's what's so beautiful about you and your light. When you just allow yourself to brighten, you give a great gift to the world. It becomes contagious, the joy, the brilliance. You let go of the shame with honor, with respect. Slow, methodical, just let it shed in its own timing. There we go. Did you feel the hip release? Yeah? Okay. Gently bring that leg down. Hips, rocking the hips forward and back. Forward and back. Yeah, you got it, girl. Good, good. Okay. Good. Okay. Arms out, palms up. What happens when we release? We make space to receive. Can you feel that? That in the release now, in the energy that's burning away what we don't need, that's letting that release happen. Palms up and just take a moment and consciously receive what you want to fill up that space with. Maybe it's more of a color. Maybe, yes, there's more room for play and joy. Call it in, see it, call it into your body. Since it's summer, working with the power of the sun, imagine a big golden sun over top of your head. Beautiful. It could be even like a cartoon sun, just bold. See it and see the visions of what you call in, what you want to receive. Fill in to the spaces you've just emptied out. See a little opening at the bottom of that sun pouring down into your crown. It's just gold and beautiful light, and everything you just called in is pouring into your crown. See that golden light infusing you from the top to the bottom, down your arms, fingertips, through the back of your breast to the front, the nipples, down to the solar plexus. See that golden sunlight drip down through the spine, the adrenals, the kidneys, the womb, the hips, into the hip socket, into the ovaries, the upper thighs, down into your knees. See the golden light. Receive everything you desire. Bring your hands together as if you're holding a piece of that golden light in your hands. Thank you for your dance. Thank you for your beauty. Thank you for your feminine power and radiance. Go forth and be contagious with that beautiful golden light, with the beautiful light, unique light of your feminine grace, radiance, joy. confidence. Mm. This is Xia Lin. We'll see you in 2 weeks for our kickoff summer dance journey. We're not doing the membership for the summer. We're going to clean up and get our act together with the classroom, clean it all up, get ready for fall. But if you'd like to drop in for classes, we'll continue on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. for Saturdays for 1 hour. And that's just a simple $15 drop-in fee. That's just how we're going to do it. You can do it through the online classroom. If we do change the date, some people have asked for other dates, we'll either add one in or we will change it, but we will let you know. We'll make sure everybody has the information. I apologize again for today with the technical difficulty that had us starting a half hour late. Sometimes we just don't have control of these things, but hopefully you'll enjoy the video and I look forward to seeing you this summer. Xia Lin, xialin.com, thewomenstent.org. Find me, let's play. Bye for now. If you want to take a 6-week, a more focused class on body intelligence and unwinding, there's a class called Body Wisdom. It's through the Star House, and it's a wonderful class to get to know your body, the subtle movements, subtle energy. It's an intro class. We learn about body as temple. We learn some movement meditations. It's a wonderful class. We'll be doing that for 6 weeks. Check that out. Okay, bye for now.